second strategy is shared awareness. And this is based on the insight that no one person has or can have all of the information, but actually being straight about what's really going on, what's going well, what's not going so well, what's working, what's not working is critical. And when people are fragmented, the moment that they are apart, that lack of connection is going to start to be felt, and they're going to miss data. So we need to confront the reality. We need to be transparent, honest, and respectful. Questions to ask yourselves here. Are you appreciating the successes, and how are you using those to learn and replicate what's working well? How honest are you being about challenges? This is a good time to up the level of honesty a notch or two, and to recognize in that which things are actually under control and which things you can't do anything about. And that then feeds into the third question, which is recognizing of all the possible things you could do. Which are the things to really focus on? When we look at organizations that are doing this very well, one of the things that teams that function well, this is true at all times, but it's particularly true with remote teams in the current situation, is they're very good at seeking out the people who've got the answers and deferring to that. And I know, Elizabeth, you've talked a little bit already about these high reliability organizations that do amazing things in very fast changing circumstances. I know we were talking before today's call and you said, yeah, that's one of the hallmarks of those teams, that they're very good at identifying those people.
That's right. And even if you're a team member, just to ask the question, who has the best data on this now? Mm-hmm. And those teams also pay attention to small clues, like you mentioned earlier about a client and what a client needs. So just consciously stopping to ask who has the best information, because we tend to assume it cascades down, right? Status information, the larger context, we may actually be, or someone else may actually have the most current information, and we want to pause and ask that question.
And then actually, just to build on that, Elizabeth, then make sure as the leader, you're listening to the answer. So it's ask and then really listen hard, because that's where you'll build on that as well.
Yeah. And for those of us who've been used to kind of filtering information upwards, what we have to be very good at doing is spotting the stuff that really needs to be passed up and down the line fast. The real stuff that needs to be acted on. And that requires a shift in behavior.
Yeah. If I can jump in on the successes piece, Patrick, there is it's something, again, it's a little counterintuitive. As things get tougher, as things get more stressed, it's so easy to get eaten up and caught up on the models for the illness, on the problems we're facing, on the challenges we've got today that suddenly changed from yesterday. It is actually even more important in these moments to take that sort of pause step where you just deep breath. What do we do? What do we manage to get done that we can feel good about yesterday, last week? And it's also a great way to build those connections with people, because it's a moment where we can say thank you. It's a moment where we can acknowledge the above and beyond work that everyone is pretty much doing in their own way right now. And it's an excellent way to build it in. And we very often will, at the beginning, make sure we build this in.
And the other part of reality to notice is there's going to be a lot of stuff going on for a lot of people, emotionally and personally. So checking in and understanding what's going on for people's reality, being empathetic and finding ways as a team to work around some of the constraints on individual team members becomes a really critical thing to use the resources of the team well.